What's up, DBs? Coach D Magic here, former D1 defensive back. We're here to break down some UFL tape. UFL is new spring league. If you don't know, they merged with the USFL and the XFL. And I encourage you guys, man, young guys, well, anybody watching this video, if you're watching me, please go and support this league. We need more opportunities for guys who can't make an NFL roster, who aren't able to play in the CFL. So the more we support this league, man, we got to pack out these stadiums, man. I don't live in any of these markets. If I did, I would, but I'm doing my best to support this league through videos like this. And I tell young kids all the time, man, when you're in college and you do your pro day and the draft goes by and you don't get a call, you're going to wish you could go to a league where you can make enough money to support yourself, support your family, and do what you love to do. Make sure you go grab that DB Mastery program. Everything we talk about in the DB Mastery program is going to be, everything we talk about in this video is going to be in the DB Mastery program. Okay, so first clip. And I like to, there's always something to learn. Even if you already know it, it's always good to see it again. And so it becomes habit, you know? So you don't, even if you aren't able to drill it, you can, if you mentally see it all the time, you can mentally process it, called mental reps. So if you're not in practice or if you're not actually in the game taking mental reps, you'll be able to make plays. So back shoulder. The back shoulder is very difficult for a lot of untrained DBs. One, because the deep ball creates a sort of panic. It's not practice. It's not trained. A lot of times this can turn into a holding or an interception, a holding or a big catch because we're not training right. Right. So there's essentially two things that I look for when I train or when I played and I teach DBs when it comes to the back shoulder. So you have to have a feel for where you are on the field. Okay, so we know we're deep down the field and we know that it's going to be a go ball or a fade. Okay, so these are two different things. So a go ball means he is taking off in a straight line. A fade is he's starting to work towards that sideline. He's whether you're moving him there or he's willingly working himself close to the sideline. Look how close we are. Okay, that receiver is close to the sideline. That in itself, we got to be aware that there is a back shoulder possibility because the quarterback's not just going to throw, an over the shoulder if, and this is part two, if we have top position. So if we're in a lead position, meaning our back shoulder and our upfield shoulder, so our back shoulder is pretty much where his chest is, and our upfield shoulder is above his or in front of his. We're in a lead position. A quarterback can see that. So quarterbacks and receivers train, hey, if that DB's on top, I'm going to back shoulder this. Okay? And then I'll add a third. So where he is, where we are on the field. So is he close to the sideline? Be ready for the back shoulder. 2, if you're on top, be ready for the back shoulder. And then 3, this is what we can physically see. All right, and this is an indicator whether we're close to the sideline or if there's room to the sideline. All right, is he slowing down, and is he starting to move his back shoulder towards the sideline? Or some coaches will say, can you see the V of the neck? Is he turning towards you? If he's turning towards you, okay, he's trying to adjust for the back shoulder. All right, and the DB does a good job of fighting to get this out here, and he almost comes up with an interception. Okay, now let's go to play number 2. Play number 2, we get an interception. Let's break down the defense and the technique. So I was talking to a SEC coach, and oh man, what did he call it? He was talking about like pre-snap assignment. Shoot, it was like assignment, alignment, key, and technique. So I think assignment, alignment, key, and technique. I think that's what it was. Or maybe assignment and alignment is A, key is the K, and T is the technique. So AKT. Assignment, alignment, key, and technique. So I want you to pay attention to these guys, right? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rushers. Usually you have 4 rushers. 4, 2, 4, 3. And then if you want to add a backer, you'll have 5 rushers, which means you can still, with 5 eligibles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can play, you can still play 6 on 5 and have man free. So a free safety. But when you send 6 and you only have 6 eligible, or 6, and you only have 5 defenders for 5 eligible, so you got to go cover 0. So in cover 0 as the corner, we are in, obviously we're in man, but it's not man where we have a safety. Cover 0 means we don't have any safety help. So we have to play our technique different. So assignment, alignment, right? Key, technique. So our assignment is cover 0. Our alignment in cover 0 needs to be inside because we don't have any inside help. The easiest pass, the highest percentage of passes are completed inside. All right, so we want to take away the high percentage. We're playing percentages. Okay. Our key, depending on how you teach it, you could be keying the quarterback here. Okay. So if he's looking your way or if he's looking away, but I don't want to get into that. We're just going to focus on our man and our technique. So we're inside, we're playing catch technique. Down the distance, it's second and long. So we're going to play a little further than usual. He's about 8 yards. If you throw in the fact that the receiver is off the ball, it looks like we're about 9 yards from him. All right, so the key here is that they're going to try to gain at least half of this to make it a manageable third down. All right, so we're going to be inside leverage and we're playing catch technique. Okay, so as we read the receiver, we get an inside stem. We want to work laterally with small 6-inch steps. All right, you don't want your feet to be this close. You see how we're kind of damn near heel clicking here. Stepper plays 6-inch steps to match the stem. Now from here, even though it's catch technique, I would suggest us to kind of inch back. The reason why I say inching back is because if you just stay flat-footed and you do get something deep in that, and we, in theory, if we're sending 6, the ball is going to come out quick, which is why we're playing off and being ready to play and ready to jump routes, because that ball should come out quick. All right. But if he does have a chance to get upfield, you see how he gets on our heels. Okay. He gets on our heels and we rock back. So I would say from here, slide and then start to slowly inch back. Not a fast inch back, but a slow inch back. So one, if he tries to run right through you, you're not flat-footed and you don't fall back. All right. But we can get some movement in our feet without actually gaining a ton of ground. Some people call it the duck walk backwards. But I like what the DB does here. Okay, as he gets on our heels, you see how we're falling back. So this is what I call a slingshot. You see how he puts his arm around the waist of the receiver. Now you'll see this a lot. Denzel Ward does this a lot, where now if we just place our arm around his waist, we're not grabbing, but simply placing it there for a split second, his momentum will pull us into position. You see how as he's running and our arms there, he's pulling us, he's pulling our hips open. All right. And now, like I said, when we send that pressure, even if we don't physically touch the quarterback, he feels it. He feels like he has to get it away quickly. All right. And a lot of times that means we're not going to get at the most accurate throw. That ball should be outside and away. He leaves it inside where we can get to it. Good play. Good overall team defense. Honestly, as a defensive coordinator, this is exactly what you want to happen. As a DB coach, yeah, you can coach it, better. But at the end of the day, this is the exact outcome we wanted when we call this defense, call this play. All right, and on this last play, I think this guy, number 32, gets an interception. I believe he could be a backer, but I think he's a DB. 27 has a neck roll, even though 27's got to be like the other backer. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people going. So 5 people rushing. We should have this as the true backer, and I think 32 is our nickel. So this honestly isn't anything special, but the offense should be able to tell that this guy is rushing, or he could be rushing. And then we have the nickel who's standing over the tight end. So usually you should be able to tell, they should be able to tell that he's rushing. But as a nickel here, if you have a tight end who has his hand in the dirt, well, first and foremost, you got to be ready to play run. So if it is a run, and let's just say you do have someone standing outside the tight end, he would essentially have the edge. If it's a run, he would be in this gap. He would be in this gap. So you got to be ready to be able to play interior gaps as well. Not a lot of teams are asking, not a lot of high school guys or youth programs are asking their nickels to play interior gaps, but that's just a bonus point. And then if he has his hand in the dirt, we should automatically be playing catch technique. He should not be able to run by us. We check run, pass, catch technique. All right, we get the standard 5-and-out stick route. Good job just staying patient, not giving ground, because if we give ground, we're not going to be able to make this play. Drive, have our hands around the waist so we can use, again, his momentum can carry us. Long arm, all right, so that back arm can secure the tackle. That long arm can touch at the football, and we make an interception, all right? Seems simple, but you might be in this situation if you play nickel or down safety. All right, make sure you go to thedbnetwork.com. I hope you guys learned something. Please go support the UFL. We need more leagues like this for guys who don't make the NFL and have high-level talent, and they can continue their dream.